On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, see what's new at this year's Heritage and Freedom Fest and discover walking and biking trails around O'Fallon. Also, local firefighters hit the diamond for a special cause close to their hearts. All this and more next on O'Fallon Matters. Welcome to O'Fallon Matters. Over the years, O'Fallon's Heritage and Freedom Fest has grown into one of the largest 4th of July celebrations in the Midwest, and this year's festival is bigger and better than ever. Let's see what's on tap.
O'Fallon has always embraced our city's tradition and history, and the Heritage and Freedom Fest has become a key part of that legacy. For a community that loves to come together, this 3-day celebration showcases the most important aspects of our city: family, community, and a great time. And this year's national acts are sure to dazzle area festival goers. Get ready, because this year's concert lineup is guaranteed to keep your feet moving all night long. The party gets started on July 3rd with co-headliner Chase Bryant. Music runs through Chase Bryant's veins, and his upbringing, his craft, and his obsession for catchy guitar licks have combined to create a head-turning experience. With 3 smash hit albums to their name, our next co-headliner is one of the hottest young acts in country music. A 3-time nominee for Vocal Duo of the Year by the CMA Awards, Love and Thefts longtime fans know they're in for a high-octane performance. The party starts back up on July 4th as our next performers kick off day 2 of our free music festival. For more than 20 years, Sister Hazel has been rocking with their fans, and with a new country-infused album out this year, their passion for crafting upbeat tunes is as strong as ever. Our final performance brings a unique, multicultural sound to the main stage, along with irresistible rhythms. Headliner Congos will close out the festival with one of the best shows in Heritage and Freedom Fest history. With foot-stomping hits like Come With Me Now, Congos is an incredible finale to our main stage entertainment. Come with me now. Come with me. Now, what 4th of July celebration would be complete without an amazing fireworks display? After the last chord is strummed by the musical acts each night, attendees will be treated to one of the biggest fireworks shows in the country. Named for O'Fallon's inspirational Heritage and Freedom Fest coordinator, Jenna Dusty Milky, there's no better way to end each night at the Heritage and Freedom Fest. This spectacular show takes off at 10:15 p.m. on July 3rd and at 9:30 p.m. on July 4th. On July 4th, we'll get the party started with the largest and most colorful parade in the area. Our parade draws a crowd of thousands proudly dressed in red, white, and blue and cheering for the patriotic parade entries vying for cash prizes and trophies. People, parks, and American tradition is the theme for O'Fallon's 2016 Heritage and Freedom Fest Parade. The city of O'Fallon is setting the stage for an Independence Day celebration of American music, patriotism, and fun when the annual parade gets underway at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, July 4th in downtown O'Fallon. Spectators are encouraged to arrive early to avoid traffic closures and to find a spot along the route. The Heritage and Freedom Fest sideshows are free, and this year's lineup is set to be the best yet. The X-Pogo Stunt Team is the world's best extreme pogo demo crew, featuring championship pro athletes flying over 10 feet in the air on extreme pogo sticks, throwing down flips and incredible tricks. The X-Pogo Stunt Team brings the sport to you, with fans across the globe and new followers after every show. X-Pogo Stunt Team pros are a hit everywhere, every time. Besides the X-Pogo Stunt Team, festival goers will be able to see fantastic feats of strength, with shows performed by the strongman and his mighty team of strength athletes as they amaze the crowds. At the forefront of the festival each day is the Carnival in Midway. With more than 13 rides, there's something for everyone. Test your skills at fun and challenging games on the Midway, or sample the delicious festival food. Now, there is a nominal fee for rides. Tickets must be purchased on-site at ticket booths, or you may also save time and money by purchasing carnival tickets in advance at the O'Fallon Parks and Recreation Office or the Renaud Spirit Center. The Kids Zone is always a huge draw as families can enjoy hours of free entertainment. Kids can burn off a little energy by taking a bounce on our giant inflatables, and then they can head over to our crafts tent to exercise their creativity. And with face painting, more crafts, games, and even live shows, there's no end to the fun. You won't want to miss out on the Heritage and Freedom Fest Family Night. Family Night takes place on July 2nd from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and features carnival rides at discount prices, a colorful Midway and carnival vendors with food and beverages. Don't forget to grab an all-you-can-ride wristband that can be purchased on site. The wristband is only valid for July 2nd for carnival rides. Food trucks will also be on the festival grounds throughout the evening for a bit of snacking. Family, community, and a good time. That's exactly what the Heritage and Freedom Fest is all about. This year's Heritage and Freedom Fest will be bigger and better than ever. So don't forget to join us for the metro area's best 4th of July party, O'Fallon's Heritage and Freedom Fest.
O'Fallon's parks have a number of incredible amenities and facilities. Sometimes you just want to take a walk through a beautiful park. Let's take a look at our community's trails and hiking paths.
We're all familiar with suburban sprawl, and it's a fact that most Midwest cities aren't really built for walking around town. But did you know that O'Fallon is actually a surprisingly walkable community? It's true, and it's getting easier to bike or walk your way throughout the city every year. From our parks to our major thoroughfares, we're creating new ways to get throughout the city without a motor vehicle. A trip to one of O'Fallon's beautiful parks is certainly the easiest way to enjoy a walk around our community. All of our parks are extremely walkable, but 4 in particular elevate it into something truly special. At Civic Park, an ADA-compliant walking path snakes throughout the 20-acre park, connecting the bandstand, pool, and playgrounds together. Over at Dames Park, a 1-mile asphalt path lets you bike or walk in style next to the football fields and pavilions. Knaus Park is the perfect size for an evening stroll or a trip outdoors with your 4-legged friends. And Fort Zumwalt Park combines an easy 1-mile loop around Lake Wetzel with a more interesting trail system that cuts throughout the woods, allowing you to explore every inch of this historic 48-acre park. At each park, you can find easy-to-follow maps and mark distances, and you can also plot out a journey online with the help of our downloadable maps. But park trails and paths aren't all we have to offer. We're committed to developing our city as a fully bikeable, walkable community, and we're working to include walking and cycling routes in many of our public works projects. Head online to the city's website, and you can find an interactive map of O'Fallon's walking and cycling paths and trails. It makes it easy to chart out your route and even find convenient bike racks near your stop. We also offer printable PDF maps of some of our current bike paths, like the Southside Cycling Loop. Spend some time on our website and you'll quickly see how easy it is to get around town. As the city continues to grow, we'll continue to expand our walking and cycling paths throughout the city. Long-term goals for this project include connecting our parks with fully walkable paths and designing a future corridor network that promotes safe, quick cycling paths. Supporting bikeable, walkable initiatives will enhance the transportation, recreation, and fitness infrastructure of our community, and we're looking forward to expanding these opportunities for our residents. Stay up to date on our progress and find useful resources on our Bikeable Walkable website, and we look forward to seeing you on the trails.
Making sure local homebound seniors get a hot meal and a little company is the idea behind this important program. Joe Meyer has more.
Did you know that seniors nationwide are struggling with hunger, isolation, and the ability to pay for basic living needs? Seniors may experience a decline in the mobility or health that can take away their independence and lower their quality of life. With life expectancy reaching record highs, it's important that we care for all seniors in St. Charles County, and that's why Meals on Wheels is so important to O'Fallon. What started as a compassionate idea in 1954 has now grown into one of the largest, most effective social movements in America. Meals on Wheels helps 2.4 million seniors annually, and here in O'Fallon, the mission continues.
For some, it is the only meal that they may eat that day, and it's the only person that they'll see that day. We have a lot of seniors that live by themselves, are not able to cook. Families live in a different town areas, different states, and they cannot cook, so they depend on this meal.
Qualifying for Meals on Wheels is simple. Plus, there are no financial qualifications for the program.
To be eligible for Meals on Wheels, you have to be 60 years of age or older and basically be homebound. Homebound means that you cannot drive, that you are literally in your home and need that meal. You can't cook. A lot of people use walkers or wheelchairs, and they can't even have access to the stove, microwaves, or whatever. So,
for O'Fallon resident Juanita Hummel, Meals on Wheels has kept her in her home and provided a nutritious meal.
It helps me so much. It keeps me from having to do so much for myself, and it's healthy. There's no telling what I'd eat if I didn't have that. It's just a blessing.
Meals on Wheels provides the ability for every community across St. Charles County to effectively and compassionately care for their aging neighbors. At the heart of this community solution are dedicated volunteers who keep the wheels turning.
Well, I come here to the senior center around 10 o'clock and I pick up my meals, and from there I count them to make sure I've got the right amount to take with me. I load them into my truck, then I deliver them to the people and get to visit with some, and that's about what it entails. I think I receive more of a blessing than they do. And I've always enjoyed being with the senior citizens. It's just something that's part of my day.
Not only does Meals on Wheels provide a nutritious meal, but it also keeps a watchful eye on homebound seniors.
we want everybody to be able to stay in their home as long as possible. And this is the number one way, nutrition-wise, that these people can stay in their homes.
And just this year, the City of O'Fallon introduced a new donation program that allows residents a chance to help Meals on Wheels when they pay their city water, sewer, or trash collection bills. Residents can sign up for the program by sending a note with their signature to O'Fallon's utility billing requesting to donate their choice of $1, $3, or $5 to the charity. The donation will be added to their bi-monthly bill. For more information about O'Fallon's new donation program, you can call 636-379-5488 or you can email kpiper@o'fallon.mo.us. For more information on Meals on Wheels in O'Fallon, you can go to the Mideast Area on Aging's website at www.mid-eastaaa.org.
All right, you take care.
It's time for a break. When we come back, we'll update you on the progress to create a plan for vibrant public art in the city. Then, find out how O'Fallon provides fresh, quality drinking water for its residents. You're watching O'Fallon Matters.
Wait, should I lock my car? I mean, it would just take a second. But if I locked it, then I'd have to unlock it when I came back, and that becomes a whole thing. It'd take like 4 whole seconds to fish my car keys out, and who's got time for that? And what if my hands were full? What if it's raining? What if I'm in a hurry? Yeah, I won't bother. What's the worst that can happen?
Thieves are on the lookout for unlocked cars in O'Fallon, and when you forget to lock your door, they can help themselves to your stuff right behind your back. So if you'd like to keep your personal belongings right where you left them, remember to lock it or risk losing it.
Welcome back to O'Fallon Matters. Area firefighters hit the wiffle ball diamond for a special cause. Let's see how a fun game meant so much to one organization.
On a perfect day in May, O'Fallon firefighters joined together to help out the Center for Autism Education. This fundraiser took place at the penalty box in O'Fallon, where a fun, competitive wiffle ball tournament went down. The tournament was organized by the O'Fallon Firefighters Community Outreach Organization.
Well, we've been working for the last couple of years to do charitable events for the community, and we decided to wear our blue shirts for the month of April with the fire department. And when we set the wiffle ball tournament up, we decided to take the proceeds and send those to the autism school.
O'Fallon Firefighters Community Outreach gives back to the community in several ways. These dedicated public servants raise money for local causes, and they donate their time to the community. But on this day, their sole focus was to raise money.
The Outreach Program is an organization that's set up inside of the O'Fallon Fire District, where we organize events and try to raise money for local groups here in our community. And Center for Autism Education was one that just was a perfect fit.
I work with these individuals. They're kind, they're giving, they're caring individuals, and it's just a good cause.
Both players and fans had a blast on the wiffle ball diamond, and all that effort was put in so the Center for Autism Education can continue its mission to change the lives of children who experience communication and sensory challenges.
Kind of the motto of our fire department is committed to our community, and this is one way where the firefighters themselves give up their day off and come out here and for a great cause and have a good time, and we certainly appreciate the support of the penalty box and Ken Evans. He donated a field to us, and Woodard came out and donated the meat for today. You know, it's a team effort from other organizations.
If you would like more information on the O'Fallon Firefighters Community Outreach, you can go to www.o'fallonfire.org. And you can contact them at o'fallonfirefighters@gmail.com. Thanks to everyone who donated their time and efforts so autistic children in O'Fallon can continue to be successful and happy.
Smashing wiffle balls for charity was a great idea, and if you would like to donate to the O'Fallon Firefighters Outreach Program, you can call 314-744-9112. This next story features 2 O'Fallon organizations that are working hard to bring public art to our community, but they need your help and creativity to develop O'Fallon's community art plan. Now, let's head over to the Renaud Spirit Center to see how this plan is coming together.
To O'Fallon residents, what we're about to say comes as no surprise.
Our city is an incredible community filled with great amenities. From our beautiful parks to our ever-growing economy, it's never been better to live in O'Fallon. And as we've grown, we've paid special attention to the appearance of our city. At our highway entrances, visitors are greeted by our bold city identification signage. Veterans and residents are well familiar with the somber beauty of the Veterans Memorial Walk. Guests at the Renaud Spirit Center enjoy the glass displays in the front lawn, as well as the Cultural Arts Gallery inside the building. These are examples of public art, and their addition to the city becomes an important part of the community, adding interest to parks and civic structures. And now, we're working hard to expand our public art programs, which will help make O'Fallon an even better place to live.
O'Fallon has toyed with the idea for years, trying to be ahead of the curve, and it's now just become the right time to do it. We've got a great park system. O'Fallon, the main corridor has been filling up like crazy, and things just sort of dovetailed together. Hey, wouldn't this be a great idea? And the response from the public has just been amazing. I mean, just absolutely incredible. The city officials, everybody's behind this. I think this is something that could really be good for the city.
To move forward with expanding public art in our community, we teamed up with Via Partnership, a St. Louis-based company that specializes in public art installations. With their assistance, we put together a survey that allowed all of our residents to give their input into the future of public art.
I think there were three major takeaways that we learned from the survey. One is O'Fallon's heritage and making that history and heritage of the community more accessible to people. Another thing we're really learning about and talking a lot about is art and play. People talked a lot about wanting to have art in their park that is interactive, art that's functional, art that kids can touch and explore and climb on. So thinking about how art can be playful and interactive and family friendly. The third element is really about hospitality in a way, that art can be something that welcomes people to O'Fallon, welcomes people to the RSC or City Hall, welcomes people into its parks, that this is a community that is welcoming to others, and the art can be one way to communicate that.
After the survey, we also hosted forums at City Hall and the Renaud Spirit Center to get even more feedback from residents about the shape of public art in our community. In the coming months, city officials and staff will be working toward making these plans a reality and making O'Fallon even more unique among Midwest cities. Today, we couldn't imagine O'Fallon without the Veterans Memorial Walk or the commanding clock tower outside City Hall. And future public art installations will also become a part of the soul of our community.
It's a way to identify with the community, identify with the people in the community, and kind of separate us out from the rest of the pack, show that O'Fallon is indeed a different community and in a really positive way.
I think one of the things that really makes me interested in working in a place like O'Fallon is getting people to really talk about and think about what really this place is all about. And then what will be exciting in the future is inviting artists to come into the community and explore those ideas and create artwork that's truly unique.
As our plans progress, you'll be able to find updates on public art on our city website and in your quarterly O'Fallon newsletter. We're excited to offer something that benefits the entire community, and we hope you're just as excited to see new art in O'Fallon.
Did you ever wonder what's in the water you just drank? Is it safe? Well, Joe Meyer is here to explain how the City of O'Fallon produces top quality drinking water for residents.
Fresh water is one of our most vital resources. And when our water is polluted, it's not only devastating to the environment, but also to our health. The U.S. relies on public water systems to treat and deliver over 44 billion gallons of clean water each day to our homes, schools, and businesses. Much of that water comes from rivers, lakes, and other surface water sources. Before it is delivered to our homes, it's treated to remove chemicals, nasty particles, and bacteria. This clean water is then used for cooking, drinking, cleaning, and even washing our cars. The City of O'Fallon has always provided its residents with quality water. In fact, the way we get our water has changed quite a bit over the years.
Originally, the city had a supply of water from deep wells scattered throughout the city. They were drilled to about 1,500 feet depth, and they were each had a water tower by them. They had a basic treatment of softening, chlorination, aeration, and this satisfied the needs of the city until population began to grow.
Today, the majority of our water now comes from shallow wells located in the Mississippi River bottoms north of Highway 79. In 2002, the city began construction of new wells and a state-of-the-art water treatment plant to meet the growing population base north of Highway 70 and to raise the quality of the water delivered to our residents.
We have excellent water, and it really starts with the source. It's not that usual in the St. Louis area that we have groundwater as a source of water. That water's been there for thousands and thousands of years. So it doesn't have the opportunity to have some of the contaminants that other sources might have. So it all starts with a good source of water, and that's groundwater.
Did you know that O'Fallon's water system consists of a 6 million gallon per day, state-of-the-art RO membrane water treatment plant with 5 alluvial wells? This water supply and treatment is complemented with 6 additional deep wells, 4 booster pump stations, high service pumps, 5 elevated storage tanks, 2 ground storage tanks, and over 161 miles of cast iron, ductile iron, and PVC distribution lines. And just last year, the city added a new 2 million gallon storage tank. In addition to the storage tank, our plant will be getting other upgrades in the future. City of O'Fallon water plant operators conduct daily water quality testing at several locations in the distribution system to monitor the water as it travels to residents. Bacteriological samples are taken from the distribution system and submitted to the State Health Department lab on a regular schedule. Testing for lead and copper levels in the water is conducted by the department staff. All results from this testing are well below EPA standards and considered safe. Residents can rest easy knowing that an incident similar to Flint, Michigan will never happen here in O'Fallon.
You've got the kind of personnel, both at the leadership level at the city, the elected officials, the appointed officials, the people that work at the plants, the people that work the distribution, that they're just not going to let that happen. In addition, as I talked earlier, we have the kind of technology that we could take out the kind of things that we don't want in the water. So for all of those reasons and more, that cannot and will not happen here. And I got to tell you, the guys I work with, they just wouldn't stand for it. They'd be going to the television stations, they would be going to the newspapers saying we don't feel right about providing this product to our citizens. So it will not happen in the city of O'Fallon.
Residents can find a consumer confidence report detailing the water quality on the city's website.
Once a year, based on the data that we send them from test sites throughout the city, Missouri Department of Natural Resources, not the city, but the Department of Natural Resources compiles the water information and provides that back to us, and we have to prove to them that we have placed that in a place where the public can get to it. And in our case, it's on the city's website. And if you have trouble finding it when you go there, feel free to call anybody in the water or sewer department, and they can lead you right to it, and they'd be glad to lead you right to it.
In the end, the quality of our water is directly linked to the quality of our lives. And the City of O'Fallon will continue providing you with superior water now and into the future.
Thanks for joining us today. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can send us an email at OFallonTV@o'fallon.mo.us. And remember, give back to your community because O'Fallon matters to all of us.